Hey, welcome back. This is Rachel with the Book Mavens, and I have an unboxing to do with you guys today. I have a few things to unbox, but the big one that I wanted to unbox with you guys is the June probably smut box, which if you are in the book collecting community in terms of collecting, the romantasy or the science fiction fantasy stuff, you might have seen a variety of people talk about the Fourth Wing special edition craziness that's been going on. There are, I think at this count, eight different versions of this book. Okay, so you have the first edition with the sprayed edges, and I can show that to you right here. So this is the first edition Fourth Wing that has the sprayed edges. Now, this book itself is going for over $200 on Mercari and eBay and places like that, which is craziness. There's been a lot of discussion about resellers lately, specifically around this book. So I've seen numerous TikToks about it. I've seen lots of discussion in my Facebook groups that I'm a member of, and it's very interesting in terms of, you got to give it to Red Tower Books because their PR, amazing. The arcs for these, especially the UK ones that have the alternate covers of all the different quadrants, they're going for over $2,000. It's insane. But this one, what makes me sad about this book is that this wasn't really, it's a first edition book. I guess you can consider it special, but all the first edition printings of this book had the sprayed edges that were released in the US. So what makes me sad is that when this took off and people started paying attention to this book, because we saw it everywhere, because it's not usual to see sprayed edge books in just regular stores in your Target, that's just not Walmart, Costco. That's not typical. And, we know that Barnes & Noble have stepped up doing their special releases. They're doing more sprayed edge work because they were purchased by Waterstones. It's had a long history spraying the edges of their books too for first edition releases. So I think Red Tower was smart to pick up on that and the fact that this is very eye-catching and it's going to get their books to move faster. But every edition you're going to get at this book isn't going to have this. This was just for the first edition. So the second edition print run is just going to have the plain edges. So people saw this and took advantage of it. And I'm not one to say, you should never make a profit off a sale. That's not what I'm trying to say. But when you intentionally go into like a Costco or Target or Walmart and buy up every copy they have to wait for scarcity to hit and then upsell, you're talking about it, especially if you bought it at like Target, which discounts their books. So if you bought this book for like $17 and you're selling it for $230, you created the scarcity. You went to all of the local stores in your city, and that's what some people have done, and they've gone on TikTok and kind of bragged about it. Well, I did all the legwork for you. BS, lady. I could have gone to my own Target and bought the book myself, but I couldn't because you got there before I did and bought up all the editions. So they created this sense of scarcity, so everybody was out looking, and so now people are desperate to get their hands on this book. It's a little intense, the hunt for this book, but this was the first one released here in the US. Now, the UK and other places, it has the plain sprayed edge. The second edition will be plain sprayed edge. So that's 2 editions you could have of this book. Same cover art and everything. And then the next one to really take everyone by storm was Probably Smut. Now, let me tell you about Probably Smut. It's a sticker shop. They started off as a sticker shop. They advertised in a really clever way where you could get sticker bundles for free as long as you paid for shipping and handling. And their stickers are quite nice, that are bookish themed typically. So they decided to expand into a monthly subscription service where they are also releasing books. Now, the books haven't been special editions. They're typically signed by an author or have a book plate that's signed, that's included. But when they decided to release the cover that they had designed for Fourth Wing, so people have just gone berserk. So I'm going to show you the book because I got it. I was on vacation, so I had a bit of book mail that had piled up. So I had ordered it because here's the thing, guys. If you want to collect, you need to join social media groups because they're going to tell you. You have some people that are subscribed to every service imaginable. So when really cool things come along, you need to be getting on it from the get-go. You cannot wait until people are talking about it on TikTok. You need to start honestly with the Facebook groups. And I know Facebook is like, listen, for book collecting, there are so many groups and they will let you know when they see something cool. And so as soon as you see it, you need to access it. You need to decide whether or not you want it and go for it. You cannot wait because they were gone. I think when I saw it, I was like, oh, cool. So I went on there and I ordered it. It was no problem. And within like 3 or 4 days, people were like, they're sold out, they're gone. And now I'm seeing editions of this book going for like $1,600 on Mercari. I think that's the highest I've seen somebody pay for it. Now people have listed it higher than that. That doesn't mean anything. You have to see whether or not they actually move. I think I paid about $25 for this book. I'm not going to be selling it for $1,600. That's crazy. Now I've had friends tell me that I'm crazy for not wanting to go ahead and sell it, but I hate that. I think that level of markup is just astronomical. And I want the book community to be a place that's accessible for people. But I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of sour grapes when people don't get what they want. But if you are on top of things, you set alarms for book sales, you can get the vast majority of things that you want, but you have got to be on top of it. Some people wait and they think, oh, I'll go down a couple hours from now. No, if it's a highly anticipated book, be forewarned, Fairy Loot, I don't know actually when I'm going to post this, so when I post this, it might be after the sale, but Fairy Loot also has a special edition of Fourth Wing that has sprayed edges. That's quite nice as well. I will be going for that, and that sale starts tomorrow. And if you're smart, you need to figure out when it is and be logged into your account and be refreshing until you put it, most likely you're going to be put in a waiting room until it's your turn to be able to get the book and check out. Now everybody has their fingers crossed. It is predicted to be a bloodbath. We'll see on how long the books last. Subscribers get first go at it. So if you are a Fairy Loot subscriber and you are interested in having a Fourth Wing edition that has sprayed edges and maybe you missed out on the first edition release, it might be a good option for you. So Fourth Wing was a book that I very much enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. It's not it's not like a literary masterpiece, guys, but it's dragons as a school setting. If you really liked the feel of Divergent, like the first book, the Dauntless stuff, see, I like that, and I love dragons, and it has a little bit, if you've ever, those of you who are older like me, ever saw Dragonheart, you know, when Sean Connery is the voice of the dragon, that's the voice I hear, okay? It's just a thing. But anyway, if you're interested in getting your hands on a special one, you can do that. Now, you can also, I don't know if they have them available anymore, but there was the German edition. So if you go on Amazon and you go on the German website, you can order it, and it has beautiful sprayed edges. However, there's been some confusion about that on whether or not everybody who ordered online will actually get the sprayed edge or the plain edge design. However, when mine talking too fast. When mine gets here, I will certainly show you whether or not I got the special edges or not. Let's see. The Big Book Box is another one. Now, I have heard questionable things about their shipping to the US and whether or not they actually do it. Now, I put in an order, so I might have to pursue that to see, or I might have to cancel it. That also has like an alternate cover. The German edition has, I think, the same dust jacket, but underneath it's like a whole dragon on it, like up close with all the scales and stuff. Is very, very cool with the stenciled edge design. It's pretty neat. So let me see. So I'm just trying to count like how many we've got going on here. And there's also a Dutch edition that's coming out. I think I saw the sprayed edge design for it. I don't know if it's actually been released yet. So if you want that, now here's the big thing. I am not a big proponent of collecting books in languages I cannot read. I kind of on a whim ordered the German edition because I thought the actual cover of the book was just really cool. That is not something I typically do. This will actually be my only book that I have that's in a different language. I don't really like or want to collect books that I couldn't just pick up and read, and I don't read German. So anyway, but if that doesn't bother you, if you just want it for the aesthetics, you have the German version as well as the Dutch version that will be releasing soon. I'm trying to think if there are any other ones. I think that's, oh, Bookish Box. They're all sold out, but they have a fully redesigned cover and a sprayed edge design of it as well. Like I said, there are lots of special editions that are coming out of this book. So let me show you Probably Smut. Now, Probably Smut is not a service that I subscribe to. I only got on there to get Fourth Wing because they don't typically redesign their books. Like I said, they just kind of give you the released one with that's signed by the author or with a book plate, some stickers and whatnot. Now, however, when you start, I did open it already. I'm sorry, it is out of the box. It actually didn't come in a box. It came in a mailer, so I wanted to make sure the book was okay. But let me show you what you get with it. Now, there are different tiers. Like there's one that includes a t-shirt. I didn't want the shirt, so I didn't do that one, but it does come with stickers because like I told you, it was a sticker shop. So we have this one that has a quote from the book. A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without its dragon is dead. And it's like the typecast one that's kind of cool. It's small. It's a good one for like your phone or like a notebook. I Will Not Die Today. I like that one. That one's cute. I Am Infinite. This one's very cool because it's a dragon, of course. Let's see. And this one has, it's just like the insignia for the dragon school. It's pretty cool. And then the last one, Ask Me About Fourth Wing. Super cute. I like that one. And then you came with just your Probably Smut book club round sticker. That's cute. So what you get with this sub, with the book, I think you can get book only. I kind of wanted to see what was going to be included. I didn't want the t-shirt, so I didn't do that one. You have this thing, and it has a QR code on the back, so you can join like a book club discussion with the book. And then they send you, I think with your first order, you get this. Now, see, I haven't unwrapped it, so I'll unwrap it for you. You get a book journal, and I think every month they send you pages to add to your book journal. So you can open it up. It's quite nice. Quite nice is my thing. I've been watching all of these British kids try American food, and every time they do it, it's quite nice. So now I say it constantly, and I apologize for my repetitiveness. But this is cool. And then it comes with your flags if you want to tab your book. I have never tabbed a book in my life. I think annotating books is super cool. I do. I just never want to slow down in my reading to do it. I annotate books if I'm going to use them in class, if I'm going to reference something, but that's it. And then here you have, so you get like book review cards. I think they're all the same. So I think you get a new set of these with every month if you continue your subscription. So that's cool. So you can put that in there with your tabs and use this for all kinds of stuff, I guess. So that's kind of cool. The sub isn't very expensive. Like I said, I think maybe it was like $25 and then $35 with all of this stuff. All right, so here is the book. So here you can see the alternate cover. I did like that they went with an alternate cover. A lot of people really paint the dragons as kind of like cinnamon roll dragons, if you know what that means. Like very kind of soft and squishy. However, the dragons are actually really scary looking. So I like that they went full out. That this isn't like a cute cuddly, like everybody pictures one of the dragons is like toothless kind of deal. It's not, no. All right, they're big, they're massive, they're very scary. They have no problem killing people. It's not a big deal. And then Violet here is our main character. So here you can see the spine and the back. And you can see it's printed on very, very white paper. So they had this book printed. And then if you take the jacket off, I did have a crush corner. I'm not going to send it back because I feel bad for this company because they've been inundated with crazy people. So it is bent a little bit in the corner. I'm not going to stress about it that much because I'm not planning on reselling, and I will cover my dust jacket. So since it's the same, I will display it with the dust jacket on. Now this one did come with a book plate that's signed, so you can see here. So I do have a signed edition of the book. I think Fairy Loots is signed. I don't know about Bookish Boxes. Obviously the German and Dutch editions won't be signed. Big Book Box I think is supposed to be signed. I'm not really sure. It might come with a book plate. Anyway, So that was probably Smut. Now, I've never had that box, so that was the first go around with that. Sorry, this video is very, very long, just talking about Fourth Wing, but I do have some other ones to unbox. I have an Illumicrate. It's not the monthly box. It's just, I think I know what it is. It's just a sequel. Let's open those first. And then I also have my June Owl Crate box that I'm excited to unbox with you. All right, I do have one from Goldsboro. I said I was gonna try and hold off opening like my single books to try and get them on film. I really do like Goldsboro a lot. I think what they choose to do is always really interesting. I don't think I've ever skipped one. That being said, I haven't read too many. I think I've only read one, and that was with like traveling back in time with dinosaurs, and that one was really weird. It's a weird book, but I mean, like, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Oh my goodness, I used scissors and then I still can't even get in the box. Sad. All right, let's see. I want to say this is probably, I forget what month I'm on. The May, June. Or it could be one that I've ordered separately. Who knows? We'll be surprised together. The thing with Goldsboro is they don't send you like tracking info. They just show up. So that's a lot of fun. Okay. Okay, so it's not a monthly one, so this is one I ordered from their shop. So it doesn't have the sprayed edges. However, I'm super excited about it. So Alison Weir is an author that I have been familiar with for decades. She used to write just nonfiction books about specifically the Tudor era of European history, which I always really, really like. So this is Henry VIII, The Heart and the Crown. So she's been getting into more fictionalized stories. So she has a whole series about his wives and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I do trust her. So here you can see over here. So she's got a whole collection where she kind of goes through some stuff. Now she has some other ones, like I said, that are definitely more like you could use them as a source to write a paper. And then she has these ones that are slightly more story oriented. I do believe it's signed. I was really excited. Oh, look at the end paper. Cool. That's cool. I didn't know it came with fancy end papers. Well, the naked dust jacket, or the naked cover is not anything fancy, but I do believe it's signed. Yeah, so I was really excited to get one signed by Alison Weir because she was a big part of my childhood growing up, because I was really into Tudor England, so that was really cool. So I love having this. This is awesome. All right, let me open my Illumicrate box. I think this is the sequel to Little Thieves. Yeah, it sure is. All right, now I haven't read Little Thieves yet. I've heard good things. It's on the list, the never-ending TBR list. But we'll get her unwrapped. There we go. So Painted Devils. I think the cover is the same as what's released in I think it's the UK cover. It's pretty cool. That has the cool sprayed edges. It looks very similar to the sprayed edge. It's like buried in the back, or I would pull out Little Thieves for you. But I heard a lot of people didn't really want to get this one because they really thought Little Thieves stood on its own as a solo. They didn't really think the story needed to be continued. I have no opinion since I haven't read the first one, but like I said, I have a good feeling about it, so I wasn't afraid to go ahead and order the sequel, but it's really cute. I like it. I think it's signed. Let's see. Oh, it has a book plate. All right, so there we go. All right, and now in actual box. Okay, so my kid got at it. He only pulled the book out, so I haven't seen any of the goodies. I haven't been spoiled for this one yet. Since I was traveling, I haven't spent as much time on my phone seeing all the leaks, so I got that going for me. All right, let's see. So June 2023, the theme was, hold on, I'm struggling. If the Fates Allow. All right, so our book was Threads That Bind. All right, this is a cool cover. Now, they didn't do sprayed edge on this, but they said that they were going to be doing things. Every book's going to be unique. All right, so they went with a really cool dust jacket effect. So let me see if I can, it's cool. So this is clear which is super cool. Also makes where I can't cover it with my plastic wrap. It already looks plastic. That's what I saw when my son took it. I saw this. I was like, oh, are they like gold borrowing their books now? But no, it's the actual jacket. So the back says, feel your fear and keep going anyway. So that's what the back says. It's a very cool design. I like it. This is also, not to spoil anybody, but this is, I think, Fairy Loot's July way pick. So we'll see if they do a different cover design for that one. All right, so let's see what our goodies are. So right up top, we have the Song of Achilles hand mirror. Okay. Oh, she's fancy. Oh, she's heavy. Oh, wow. Okay. Look at that. That's intense. I like it. It's really gorgeous. Oh, look, it even has a quote on it. It says, I would know him in death at the end of the world on the top. That's really cool. Okay. Will I actually use this? No. Will I display it next to my Song of Achilles and Circe, Madeline Miller editions? Yes, when I have my bookshelves. But this is beautiful. It's metal. That sucker's heavy. Wow. Best on an item. Usually you get like a compact mirror, but that's like that's a really interesting item for a box. All right, so we have something fabric. Okay, cool. Cool horses. I have no idea what this is. What is this? Let's see. A picnic blanket. The surprise is genuine, guys. I had no idea that this was in here. Wow. All right. Okay. Well, it's small. You have to be small people to sit on here. I don't know if you have enough room for food and yourself. All right. This is the back. So this is plastic lined, which is nice for any of you guys who ever tried to have a picnic in grass when it's wet and it's damp and it gets through your blanket, gets everything gross. But this is the cover. So this is cool. I mean, I wouldn't classify it as a blanket. This is more like a towel because it's not very, like you can see, it's not very wide. So blanket needs to be bigger. But how cool is that? Element Crate, or not Element Crate, but Element Crate does some really bizarre stuff. Things that I just wouldn't expect. Who would expect that they would include something like this? That's just bizarre. So now I got to figure out how to fold it up. That'll be the really tricky part in this whole thing, to fold this up. So let's see. Will I use this? I don't know. You know what it could be used for? That'd be kind of cool, is like a cover on like a yoga mat. But no, that would slide around. I don't know, guys. If you think of anything that you would use this for, I mean, I guess you could use it as part of like a picnic experience. This is another thing, like it's supposed to fold up all nice. It'll never look as good as it did when I took it out of the box. But there we go. It's still so cute. All right. So I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that in terms of being super excited about it. All right. So our July theme is Break the Curse. So here we see this. And then the back, it's like a sneak peek of the artist that's going to be featured. Let's see. Okay, let's look at our Treasured Tomes pin, because I do love these because they open. They're so cool. All right. Oh, this is beautiful. All right. So this is from the Raven Cycle. So here's the front. I haven't read those books. Let me know if they're any good if you have read them. Really cool on the inside. You can see. Really cool. So I'll add that to my pin collection. Let's see, what else do we have in here? What is this? That's a description of all of the stuff. Something in a little pouch. Okay. This says, the sea does not like to be restrained. I love that they put something on the actual pouch. Wow, fancy. Is it a jewelry item? Those are kind of mostly misses for me. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Inspired by the Percy Jackson series, this enamel pendant necklace references our favorite demigod duo, Percy and Annabeth. You'll find Percy's sword, Riptide, on one side and Athena's owl on the other. That's cool. It's very cute. So you can see his sword and then the owl on the back side. Now, will I wear this around my neck? No. Would it be cool as a keychain? Yes. Okay. But the bag, I think, is the cutest thing. Look at how cute that is. Like, if you wanted to, like, this is going to go in my gift bag pile. I would re-gift that to somebody. Okay, one last thing we've got going on here. What is this? Keep your wooden tables and halls safe from wayward burns with the ceramic treve. I think that's how you pronounce it. Inspired by our favorite tales from Norse mythology, this treve features a quote by Neil Gaiman and has been lovingly illustrated by Hami. All right. All right. So this is just to prevent you from burning your wooden tables with hot stuff. All right. So this says, that's the joy of myths. Read the stories, then make them your own. Neil Gaiman. So here we go. All right, that's cool. It is very usable. All right, I have a wooden table. I have issues all the time with my finish getting damaged because of hot things. So I would use this. This is very cool. I can't say that I absolutely love the design, but that's cool. It's fine. Still something I can use. So let me know, guys, what you thought of the Owl Crate box. You know, you always get that one kind of on its own because it is the one that is sent out the earliest. I don't have anything to compare it to. But let me know what you thought of the Probably Smut box. Do you think it's worth picking up? Just keep in mind that they are not looking to do really customized editions. That might be something that they're going to do in the future. This seems like it's more like a one-off at this point in time. So do keep that in mind if you were thinking about subscribing and thinking you're going to get something super special or a cover redesign. Just keep an eye out and make sure that you're reading the descriptions for what you're trying to buy. All right. And I have some books, always books that I'm reading to review for you, and I will get those posted soon, and I will see you later.